been living the dream since the day I was born. What was the first question?
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I was raised in Austin most of my life. Started playing guitar when I was pretty young. Started singing when I was pretty young. My mom was on a little off-Broadway thing, so she had me singing since I was like, 9, 10 or something, doing some private lessons. And I never really considered that I would ever do music full time. Kind of just happened, kind of loved to play the guitar. Just love music. And then somewhere along the way, got into college. I was thinking about switching majors. I was an English major. I was gonna do engineering, economics or something. I wasn't even, music was not something I thought was particularly possible if, you want to live any sort of normal. I got asked to be in a cover band freshman year, and I was like, sure, I'll do the cover band thing. And I just thought it would be fun, living the dream. And then kind of just started playing my own thing, kind of singing some of my own songs. I was like, maybe. And then now, out of college, kind of just making some songs. Pretty simple, honestly, Just keeping it old style,
I know this because obviously I know you, but you could have gone to Berkeley. You had a full ride, right?
Yeah.
But you decided to come back to Texas and do your thing here. Why do you think Austin was a better place for you to be?
Yeah. So in high school, I went to a high school here in Austin, and then I left that high school and went to a boarding school for a little bit. Got shipped off for a second there. Not the most fun time, but I was kind of there playing guitar every day, kind of just doing nothing, just sitting in a room all alone. Nothing else to do, no parties, no nothing, just school, shittiness, guitar. It was there where I was kind of playing some jazz stuff too. I was really studying, and I was like, maybe I should do the Berkeley thing, or like apply to Berkeley. And then I got in. Yeah, I was seriously considering, honestly. But then COVID hit, and then I was kind of like, I honestly just didn't care. I was kind of just like, I don't know, there's this weird thing going around. I guess I'll just go home. So then I went to UT. Plus, I was kind of like, I'm not going to make any money doing this. And, I don't want to pursue money. But back then when you're young, your parents are always like, school, it's like everything. You think school was like this, you think it's everything, And so I went to UT thinking I'd, become a finance bro or something, Who knows? And then, shit just happened,
You like to play pool a lot, right?
Yeah, 100%. I love playing pool.
What's your go-to pool table, bar, whatever in Austin?
In Austin?
Yeah.
Well, if it's like a bar, I liked the Mockingbird days in college, but you can't really do that anymore. The Grand, 100%. I used to go to the Grand all the time. Me and my old roommate, we would play the Grand all the time. We would just go, me and him, just ripping the Grand, ripping the 9-footers. Bringing our
money games, or you just
not really money. We were just kind of like very similar level, and we had a pool table in our house, so we bought a 7-footer in the house. We used to play like all the time, and like I was trash before that year, and then I got really good that year, and then I just don't play that much anymore. I still play a decent amount, but I'm not like playing like I was playing back then.
Yeah.
Like bringing my own cue everywhere. I had like multiple cues. I had a break cue, a jump cue, normal cue. Dude, I love pool, bro.
I know you also love a good cheeseburger, right?
100%.
What's your favorite cheeseburger in Austin?
Actually, I love Top Notch. Like, I think Top Notch, they still have the wood-fired grill, like they're grandfathered in or something. So
I can smell it at my house.
Yeah.
I live around the corner.
Oh, yeah? Heck yeah, dude.
Every couple afternoons, like,
I love Top Notch. I think it's also because I was raised in Austin, and so, like, my dad was also raised in Austin. He went to college here in the 80s, from 80 to 84, and he grew up here in the 70s. So, like, he always took me to Top Notch, and he was like, this is the best. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty good.
He literally lived Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, 100%. And Dirties, too. I grew up going to Dirties, too. So I love Dirties. Dirties is a little different, though, than it used to be.
Yeah.
But, everything's, But Top Notch is honestly, like, the same.
Cricket is very into dive bars, so what's your favorite dive bar around town?
If I could still go to it, Mockingbird, but that's off limits. It's kind of a college bar. I don't know, Deep Eddy, but a Continental Club kind of thing, kind of. I'm pretty simple when it comes to the Austin bars. I'm not too versed, honestly.
You still play pool?
Yeah.
Out at dive bars?
Yeah, 100%.
Continental Club, the
100%.
back room?
Yeah, Continental Club. I've played pool there multiple times, but it's like, it's not as serious. It's kind of more just like, having fun.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like you kind of want to have just the chill vibes sometimes. Hustle a few people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
What's your favorite venue that you've played in Austin?
Favorite venue in Austin? I did play Stubbs with Briscoe, so that was sick, dude. The outdoor Stubbs.
I think Sam was actually at that show, right?
Heck yeah. Outdoor Stubbs was like fully sold out with Briscoe. It was so sick. That was just I don't know, a legendary show.
That was
There was
awesome.
so many people there. It was amazing. So that's the coolest one. But my favorite venue, I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, my favorite venue is still the White Horse, 100%.
Yeah.
Playing the White Horse, like that little run I did, was just so sick. Just packed. The vibes are just insane.
Through the roof.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was real nice. You want to talk about the cricket connection?
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I know George, obviously, introduced me to cricket. And I don't know, the shirts are real nice. I'm a fan, you know. Look pretty good, you
Both
know.
Austin born.
Yeah, both from Austin, both pretty old style-ish, you know, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just my vibe, you know, for the most part. You know, I may not be good at golf or anything like that, but, you know,
Neither are we.
don't need to be. You know, you can be good at guitar and also like a good shirt.
Tell us about this record. Ride On. You got to
Yeah.
go record it with Dave Cobb.
Yeah, I recorded it with Dave, you know.
How was that?
Extraordinary. He was the only producer's name that I knew when I was in high school back in the day. Yeah, I remember when I was in boarding school, kind of all alone, all sad and shit, you know. I came across Carolina Confessions, Marcus King, and that was just, as a guitar player, like listening to that album, it was like, this is extraordinary. Like, this is genuinely one of the greatest albums I've heard, I mean, in the modern day. And I'm like I listen to only old stuff. And so it was from there where I looked up the producer and saw it was Dave Cobb. And I didn't really understand how big of a deal Dave was at the time. You know, he did Chris Stapleton's first record, Traveler. He did Whiskey Myers' stuff and all of his big stuff. And he's done all the cool people, all the people that I like that are alive. And so, I don't know. It was just one of those crazy things where when I first got a manager in college, for one of the first things I told him, he was like, "What's your dreams? Like, what do you want?" I was like, "Well, like one day I want to make an album with Dave Cobb. I think that'd be cool, and this and this and that." And he was like, "Oh, well, that's not gonna happen." Or he's like, "That's not gonna happen like immediately."
Yeah.
But then I don't know. So
it's only like 3 years later or whatever.
yeah, I mean, it's the first album, so like, I did an EP by myself, just solo acoustic, and then I think somebody, when I was looking at a record deal or when they kind of came to me, somebody reached out to my manager, and my manager said something to somebody, and somebody was like, "Oh, I know Dave." And so then somehow he just got a hold of, I think, like my Instagram or like just the music, and then they sent him some music and some clips, and he was like 100%. He wanted to work with me. He wanted to do the first album, which was like, you know, expensive. But it was cool. I'm super glad I did it. It's definitely different, you know. It's different than, you know, it definitely pushes the grain a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I love it. I mean, it's exactly what I wanted to do, especially with Ride On. Like the title track of the EP is just like, I think it's exactly like what it should have been, you know. I think in the studio especially, I was kind of leaning towards perfectionism, where I was super upset. I was or not upset, but I was constantly kind of like tweaking or worried, like, what, you know, is this wrong? But Dave just had this extremely like, just you know, just let it all ride. You just let it all go. Just
ride on.
Yeah, exactly. He just kind of, you know, like I mean, for real, like most producers today, most studios today, they're all like, they're splicing everything, they're cutting everything. It's all this, it's all perfect. It's like everything, you know. And Dave was just sitting in one room, all live, 100% all live. So where I'm playing it live, we're all just singing. And if the whistle wasn't perfect in the intro, everyone was like, is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nice, dude.
It was a dream.
So you can call it a career.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely, like, I thought about that actually. After I recorded the album, not long after, I went on vacation, and I was on the plane, and then on the plane ride back, it was like the worst turbulence I've ever had. And I've been on a decent amount of planes. This was like really, really bad. It was like super bad storm. You could like hear it like lightning around us. When we landed the plane, the captain was like, his voice was shaking. He was like, I think it was like a youngish person. He was like, "Oh, like, thanks for flying today with." And anyways, when I was on that flight, it was not long after I did the album, and I remember being on that flight like, I guess like I could die now. Like I guess this is fine. Like, because I told the Lord, I was like, you know, just let me make the music and then you can take me.
You said the album was exactly what you wanted it to be. What was kind of your vision for this first cut? How'd you go about writing these songs? What did you want them to be?
I mean, when it comes to writing, I'm never like particularly planned. It's always just complete randomness over long periods of time, and eventually you kind of just find a song, or it gets gifted to you by the universe, you know? And so some of these songs I've been literally playing since sophomore year in college. Like some of these songs I was playing before the band, like even with Joseph Hawk, like we're talking 5 years ago, longer, when I was a freshman in college, like just an absolute idiot. I don't know. I mean, Head Spinning, obviously we dabbled on together.
Yeah.
You know, couldn't have done that without Mr. Webster. I specifically remember Ride On. Yeah, Ride On was just, I was in my parents' house and I was like in the backyard or I don't know. I think it was there. And then I just kind of, I don't know. I just had this vibe for like an old Western. I was just kind of hidden in energy.
Yeah.
And then kind of just like from there, things come out, you know? Never really planned. I mean, I went into the studio with 5 of the songs out of the 10. I mean, the EP's only 5, but the rest will be coming out soon. But like 5 of the songs out of the 10 that I recorded there, no lyrics almost. Like I had some of the chorus lyrics, but because I would just sing songs to him and he like barely, he didn't even listen to the demos much really. He kind of just, I would just sing songs to him when I got there. We only had 4 days to do it, and he was like, that's cool, like let's do that one. And then we would just do it. And then I would say, hey, like that one I don't totally have finished. And he would just be like, go finish it. So I would just went up and finished it like in the moment of, real quick. And so a lot of it was extremely spontaneous, just super just, you know, off the cuff, which is how it should be. You know, I think that's like that's what like makes it real.
Yeah.
Some of them I thought about more, and like the lyrics were really like, I went into like Firstborn Home, you know, like I went in there with all those, but some of them, like the last song on the album, my favorite song on the album is a song called I Will Lead You Home. It's not out yet. That'll be out on the full album. That song, no lyrics when I went in there. That's like kind of the ending of the choruses, and that song is taken from an old choir song. But I had to make all the other lyrics, and it was kind of just like that. I don't know. Sometimes shit just kind of comes together, you know, just in a moment.
It's more authentic.
It was amazing, so beautiful. Hey there, this is Coleman Jennings. I'm a musician from Austin. Just released a set of songs that are pretty good. Little EP called Ride On.